Are you thinking about moving from Denver to Lincoln, Nebraska? Well, before you do, let's talk about what a $600,000 budget can actually buy and why so many people from the Front Range are surprised when they start comparing the two. If you've spent any time shopping for homes around Denver lately, you know that around $600,000, the median home price in the Mile High City, doesn't exactly stretch nearly as far as it once did. In Lincoln, though, that same budget can translate into a very different experience, not just in the house itself, but in the way you live every day. Here's the thing, this isn't about saying one city is better than the other. Denver has incredible access to the mountains, a booming economy, and a lifestyle that attracts people from all over the country and the world. But if you're considering moving from Denver to Lincoln, Nebraska, there are some trade-offs that deserve a closer look. One of the biggest misconceptions is that relocating to Lincoln means giving something up. In reality, many people discover they're gaining something they didn't realize they were missing, and that's margin. Margin in their budget, margin in their commute, margin in their schedule, and margin in the amount of home they can comfortably afford. To illustrate that, let's imagine a budget of around $600,000. In many Denver suburbs, that price point often puts buyers into an older home that may need updating, a smaller lot, or perhaps a townhome with monthly HOA fees. Depending on the neighborhood, competition can still be very intense, and buyers may find themselves making compromises on space or layout. Now compare that with what you often find while living in Lincoln, Nebraska. Instead of sacrificing bedrooms or outdoor space, you may be looking at a custom-built home with a finished basement, a generous yard, modern finishes, and a location that's just minutes from grocery stores, parks, schools, restaurants, and all kinds of activities. I recently walked through a home in this very price range that includes an expansive kitchen, large primary suite, covered outdoor living area, and enough room for guests, hobbies, or a home office without feeling cramped. It's a different value proposition entirely, but square footage is only part of the story. The lifestyle difference often surprises people even more. So for those moving to Lincoln, Nebraska, I would suggest to stop thinking about miles and start thinking about minutes. In Lincoln, it's common to cross town in 15 or 20 minutes. Going to dinner doesn't have to feel like planning an expedition. Running errands after work doesn't automatically consume your evening. That changes the rhythm of daily life. You may find yourself eating dinner at home more often because you're actually home in time to cook it. You might take an evening walk instead of sitting in traffic. Weekend plans become easier because less time is spent driving from place to place. For many Denver transplants, that's one of the first things they notice. Another adjustment is just the pace. Lincoln isn't trying to be the biggest city in the Midwest. It has enough amenities to keep life interesting without constantly feeling rushed. Downtown has restaurants, local shops, theaters, live music, sporting events, and festivals. Neighborhood business districts have their own personality. Farmers markets, bike trails, community events, and public parks are woven into everyday life rather than feeling like destinations that you have to drive an hour to reach. And speaking of trails, Lincoln has an extensive interconnected trail system that lets residents bike or walk through large portions of the city. Plenty of people use it for recreation, but it's also become part of their regular routine. Cost of living is another conversation that naturally comes up here, and people searching for cost of living in Lincoln, Nebraska are often comparing housing first, but housing isn't the only expense that can feel different. Owning a larger home doesn't necessarily mean living farther away from work. Parking is generally easier, daily errands can be simpler, entertainment often costs less than in larger metropolitan areas. Of course, every household is different and no city is perfect, but many families, singles, and others relocating from Colorado find that their monthly budget has a little more breathing room. And what about neighborhoods? Well, that's where expectations sometimes shift. So people arriving from Denver often ask, where's the hot neighborhood? But Lincoln tends to feel more balanced overall. Different parts of town appeal to different lifestyles and each has their own feel. Some buyers want mature trees and established homes and architecture near Country Club or the near South area. Others prefer newer developments on the edges of town with larger lots and modern construction like Fallbrook or Iron Ridge. Families may prioritize school districts or closeness to parks, while retirees often look for low-maintenance living. The important point is that Lincoln, Nebraska neighborhoods offer variety without requiring a 2-hour commute between them. You can often enjoy a quiet residential setting while still being close to daily conveniences. Now let's come back to that $600,000 budget. So imagine walking into a home with custom cabinetry, high ceilings, quality finishes, a finished lower level, outdoor entertaining space, and enough room that everyone has their own corner of the house. Then imagine leaving that home to grab groceries just 10 minutes away, driving to dinner in another 10 minutes, and still making it home before sunset with plenty of evening left. That could be the experience that many people just aren't expecting. Well, it's not just about buying more house, it's about buying back time. Of course, Lincoln isn't the right fit for everyone. And if your ideal weekend revolves around skiing every Saturday morning or hiking a 14er on short notice, Colorado offers something Nebraska simply can't replicate. And likewise, if you thrive on living in a massive metro area with endless urban energy, Lincoln may feel quieter than what you're used to. But if you're looking for stability, practicality, community in a place where your money stretches farther while maintaining a high quality of life, it's worth putting Lincoln on your list. One thing I encourage people to do is visit without trying to cram everything into one afternoon. Drive through different neighborhoods, stop at a local coffee shop, walk around downtown, take a stroll down a trail, spend some time there or in one of the parks. Notice how long it actually takes to get places. Talk to people. They're very friendly. The feeling of a city often tells you more than statistics ever will. And if you're seriously considering moving from Denver to Lincoln, Nebraska, remember that relocation isn't just about comparing Zillow listings or spreadsheets, it's also about imagining your everyday routine. Where you'll grocery shop, how long you'll spend commuting, where you will go to play and be entertained, whether kids or grandkids have room to play, whether guests can stay comfortably, whether your weekends feel busy in a good way instead of busy because life logistics have taken over. So these things here in Lincoln just support that bigger picture. Yes, the right house matters, but the lifestyle surrounding it matters even more. So who is this move a good fit for? Well, it's a great fit for people who value space, predictability, affordability, and a slower daily pace, while still wanting access to restaurants, entertainment, healthcare, and community amenities. It may be especially appealing to remote workers, families, professionals looking for a lower stress environment, or anyone who's become frustrated with how far housing dollars go in larger markets. Who might not enjoy it? Well, people whose priorities are built around constant mountain recreation or the nonstop activity of a very large metro area may decide the trade-off isn't worth it. Well, neither answer is wrong. It's just simply about finding the place that matches the life that you actually want to live. If you're thinking about moving to Lincoln, Nebraska, or you're just trying to understand what living in Lincoln, Nebraska really feels like beyond statistics, that's exactly what I try to cover on this channel. My goal isn't try to convince you to move here, it's to give you an honest picture so you can decide whether Lincoln is the right fit for you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.